Hello friends, how are you all? Once again, I've brought an amazing movie for you, and its story is about some people who go to the deserted desert of Namibia for research. But in the middle of the desert, their truck breaks down, and now they have no way to call for help. Meanwhile, they discover a mysterious secret of the desert that starts killing them one by one. Their mission soon turns into a battle between life and death. The story begins with three people wandering in a desert. They work for a research company. Their job is to travel to places where humans can hardly reach and search for minerals. Today they have found the location of such a place, so the three of them set out fully prepared. When they arrive there, they find a strange egg-shaped object. Finding something like that in the desert is very rare. They think maybe some treasure is hidden there, so one of them starts breaking the egg with a hammer. As soon as a hole is made, he looks inside, but suddenly a terrifying monster comes out and kills all three of them one by one. Now the scene changes and we meet Jack. He is also part of a research team. Just then, Jack's boss comes to him, hands him a paper, and says that he has now been transferred to the site and must leave the very next day. Hearing this, Jack is shocked because whoever has gone to that site always ends up in trouble. The scene shifts again, and Jack is seen standing in the middle of the desert with a suitcase. Nearby, a small shopkeeper gives him a cold drink. While drinking it, Jack thinks how lucky he is that even in this barren place, he found a cold drink. Just then, a boy named Cole arrives to receive him. He seems very cheerful. Cole takes him to the camp, where Jack meets the rest of the office staff. Among them is a girl named Macy, on whom everyone is trying to impress. Macy asks Jack for his passport and then tells him to check his bag. In the bag, she finds a machine that can detect things buried deep underground. Meanwhile, we see an old man named John hiding a diary in his cot. Macy had been searching for that diary for a long time because she needed to make Jack's entry. Another worker gets angry at John for this prank. John often teases Macy like this. Both of them argue, but eventually John returns the diary. After this, Macy and Jack come outside. Actually, they are about to go searching for the three team members from the beginning who never returned. We already know why they didn't come back, but these people have no idea. Let me tell you, this place looks like a desert, but it really isn't. Strange creatures live here that leave only human bones behind. Besides that, so much treasure is buried beneath this desert that it could feed all of America comfortably for 3 years. These people have been wandering for years in search of that treasure. We see that their truck is loaded with many gallons of petrol. Even they don't know how many days they may have to survive there. Along the journey, Sarah and Mike are also in the truck. We already know Cole. Their journey begins and they keep wandering in the desert. Cole gets bored listening to Mike's non-stop talking but says nothing. On the other hand, Jack is slowly getting attracted to Macy. Then we see a flashback scene where everyone was getting into the truck. A local man named Solomon was also with them. Before leaving, he gave them a skull-shaped locket and warned them never to remove it. Now back in the present, they find the old team's truck. They stop there and begin investigating. A little distance away, one of the team members finds something. It turns out to be the dead bodies of those same three people, now completely decomposed. Seeing this, Cole starts thinking. Their deaths happened only 3 or 4 days ago, so how did the bodies decompose so quickly? That's impossible. And who killed them? Then Mike points out that the third man's body is missing. Maybe he did all this. Suddenly they hear some sound from above. When they go there, they find footprints leading far away. They follow the tracks, but after some distance, they notice that earlier there were 2 footprints, but now there are 4. How is that possible? Ahead, they see a strange place. It looks like a cremation ground or some ritual site. When Jack goes near it and tries to touch it, the others stop him. Such places are not considered safe to touch. Just then, Mike arrives with the truck. Now they decide to return to base. From there, they will call a forensic team to find out the real cause of death. On the way back, they find another skeleton whose head is separated from the body. On going closer, they realize it is the third man's body, the same one Cole suspected of being the killer. Seeing this, Cole becomes terrified. Someone murdered his entire team, and they could do nothing. He tells everyone that they must find the killer, but Sarah explains that night is about to fall. In such darkness, they cannot search for anyone. Cole insists on his point, but in the end, he agrees with everyone else. They decide to spend the night there. Meanwhile, Jack starts remembering his old office days, when he used to sit comfortably in air conditioning and work. But among all this, one thing was making him happy. He had met Macy. Jack couldn't sleep, so he went out into the desert for skating. Macy was watching him too. After some time, she comes to him carrying Jack's machine, which had been beeping for a while. Jack checks it and realizes that according to the machine, something is extremely close to them, yet they can't see anything around them. The two sit there and Jack starts flirting with her. They begin sharing things about their lives. Macy tells him that her father used to do the same work, which inspired her interest, and that is why she joined the company. After some time, she goes back to sleep. Jack stays there, and eventually he also dozes off. Suddenly, the machine starts beeping loudly again. Something was very close. He turns around, but no one is behind him. But when he looks ahead, a giant monster is standing right in front of him. Terrified, he screams and runs back to the truck. Hearing his voice, everyone wakes up and comes down, but there is nothing there. Cole explains to him that he is in the African desert, where many strange creatures live that he has never seen before. As they all know something supernatural exists here, but no one knows exactly what it is. And Macy comes and tells them that their teammate's skeleton has disappeared. Titus reveals that all of this is the work of the Sand Mother, queen of this desert, and has been alive since before the time of dinosaurs. Entire species has vanished, so whatever she finds, she devours, leaving behind only bones. But to this day, no one has ever seen her with their own eyes. Titus says he heard this story from his grandfather. Cole thinks all of this is complete nonsense. Just then, Jack's machine starts beeping again. Cole immediately tells Sarah to drive the truck in the direction the machine is pointing, but Sarah firmly refuses. In the darkness, the truck could get stuck in the desert or something worse could happen. She says it will be safer to go in the morning. Do you also think it was really the Sand Mother? Or were the eggs we saw at the beginning actually her babies? Is her population increasing? As soon as morning comes, everyone sets out following the tracks. After going some distance, Cole looks through his sniper scope and sees some creature running away. Without wasting a second, he fires. As soon as the bullet hits, the creature turns into ashes and scatters into the air. When everyone reaches the spot, they find only the same skeleton of their teammate again. This time, they decide to carry it with them. Titus explains that something similar happened to him in his youth. One of his shepherd friends had gone out with goats, but when Titus reached there, he found only his friend's bones. Now Cole slowly starts believing Titus because he too had seen the monster with his own eyes. They decide to leave the place, but as soon as they try to start the truck, it catches fire. Sarah somehow manages to extinguish it, but now the truck refuses to start. Cole asks Mike if he can fix it. Mike replies that it could take months. On the other side, Macy tries contacting the base with her radio, but there is no signal. Everyone becomes very tense. Sarah says they still have food and water for 4 days, and by then they will surely find some solution. Just then, a small plane passes overhead, but when luck is bad, nothing works. The plane flies away without noticing them. Defeated, they set up their tents there and make a small camp. One night, Mike goes to sleep and wakes Titus to stand guard. While guarding, Titus feels that something is moving around them. The machine is also beeping continuously. He tries waking Mike, who is sleeping in his sleeping bag. When Mike doesn't respond, Titus turns him over. The moment he flips him, Titus is horrified. One side of Mike's face had completely decomposed, yet he was still alive. This was the work of the same monster. Panicking, Titus wakes everyone up. Just then, the monster breaks apart into tiny particles and attacks Titus as well. His hand starts rotting and he screams in pain. The others fire bullets at the sleeping bag, but it has no effect. The particles are now moving toward them. Mike has completely decayed by now. Cole thinks of pouring petrol there and setting it on fire, but Sarah stops him because it would also burn their truck, leaving them with no shelter. Then Jack notices that the monster is retreating in fear of the petrol. Seeing this, everyone quickly climbs inside the truck. Titus's condition has become very serious. Jack pours petrol all around the truck so they can stay safe. Meanwhile, the monster enters Mike's skeleton and takes on a new form. It is about to leave when Cole fires at it. Jack tries to stop him, but he doesn't listen. Because of this, the two get into a fight. Macy steps in between them and explains that at this moment they need to stay united. Fighting won't achieve anything. Both of them calm down. It is decided that the next day, 3 people will have to walk to the base for help. Sarah will stay behind to take care of Titus, because doing nothing is not an option. Everyone goes to sleep. The next morning, 3 of them set out toward the base. Sarah and Titus remain in the truck. The 3 keep walking because the journey is very long. Suddenly, a violent storm arrives, and they get trapped in it. After the storm stops, they realize that much of their equipment has been damaged. Jack's machine is also broken, and half of their petrol has spilled. Even so, they do not give up and keep moving forward. When night falls, they stop at a place to rest. For safety, Cole pours petrol all around them. Jack and Macy sit holding each other's hands. Suddenly, they see the Sand Mother has arrived there. This time, she has taken Macy's face. To reach them, she would have have to cross the petrel, which she cannot do, so she is forced to turn back. This means Titus's story was completely true. The next morning, they wake up to a voice coming from a radio. Looking around, they spot their old team's truck nearby. Close to it, they also see the same egg. The three carefully go inside. Jack realizes that it belongs to the Sand Mother. Their species functions like ants. Their sizes and powers vary. They can spread anywhere in this desert. If they continue laying eggs like this, the whole world could be destroyed because they can rot any flesh in moments. Just then, they hear John's voice from above. When they come outside, John surrounds them. He believes these three killed their teammates and divided the treasure among themselves. Macy tries hard to explain the truth, but he refuses to listen. He handcuffs all three of them and makes them sit in the truck. Jack says they must do something quickly or they will all die. Seizing an opportunity, Cole attacks John through the glass and knocks him unconscious. After this, they reach a mine. Now they understand that the creature wanted to build its own separate society, and for that it had chosen this deep mine. They take along a special liquid and leave John tied up in the truck. Then the three move inside. Inside it is pitch dark, so they switch on their torches. Jack finds an old generator. When he starts it, dim light spreads through the place. Meanwhile, Cole goes off alone to kill the creature that has been secretly watching them. As soon as Cole enters deeper inside, the creature attacks him, but Jack cleverly distracts it and makes it fall into a deep pit. Cole thanks him, but suddenly, the monster grabs Cole's leg from inside the pit and starts dragging him downward. Jack and Macy tightly hold onto his hand. However, Cole lets go of them himself and falls into the pit along with the special liquid. This kills both the monster and Cole. But the story is not over yet. The section of the mine they are in has been fully taken over by the Queen. Then Jack notices something that looks like a living cocoon. He realizes the Queen is protecting it. Perhaps it is her heart. Without hesitation, Jack stabs it with a knife. After that, everything begins collapsing and the mine starts to cave in. Jack and Macy run out to save their lives. When they come outside, they find John's rotting corpse, which terrifies them. A few days later, Macy prepares to return to the city. Jack personally goes to drop her off, but he does not go with her. He now has something else to search for. He sends Macy to the city, but we then see that Macy has another cocoon hidden in her bag, which she is taking to the city for research. This clearly means there was not just one queen, there could be thousands of queens, each with countless cocoons. Jack has now found the purpose of his life, and he stays behind in the desert to search for them. And with that, the story comes to an end. So friends, how did you like this story? Be sure to tell in the comments, and subscribe to our channel for more videos like this. See you in the next video.